My name is Mary Shaw, and today we're going to talk about increasing and raising the vibration of your DNA. A lot of people talk about raising the DNA and collecting more strands of DNA, and of course part of that is the elitists thought that only very spiritual people can do this. That is not true. The more you become aware of who you truly are, the more you collect the rest of your DNA. And you may want to think, well, why do I need to collect the rest of the DNA? Because that's who you truly are. You are this multi-stranded DNA chain, for want of a better word. That chain contains all of the knowledge of the universe. It allows you to manifest time travel. It allows everything that you could imagine, and it would be just like, okay, this is what I want to do, and off you go. And sometimes it happens as your thought is happening. In energetic terms, DNA is the nucleus of the atom. So it is the core of everything that you really are. Of course, you're not an atom, but if we want to look at it scientifically, the atom has a core. And so the DNA, to me, in layman's terms, is that nucleus. And it's better to speak about it in layman's terms than to waft on in academic terms, because you start to waft in academic terms, which I can do if you want, people switch off after a couple of minutes and that's it. Whether we come here on a mission, as is the popular version, we've only come for a mission, or whether we've chosen just to create ourselves in this scenario, because everything is a perception, everything is just a holographic movie really that we're taking part in, which we can change. The dumbing down of our if you talk to little children, if you really talk to little children in an adult way, they will tell you more than what you actually know yourself, because they have not been dumbed down. The dumbing down happens when parents say to their children, don't be silly, that's not true. They go to school, they're told to work in a set way, they're put into a structure. Structure dumbs you down. They're not allowed to be free, not allowed to express what is going on in their mind, even if they at that point don't understand what is going on in their mind. It's probably very relevant, it's just not the accepted norm. To raise your DNA, to collect the other strands, whichever way you want to talk about it, we need to be able to put ourselves in a calm place in our mind. We need to clear all the garbage that flits through our mind, and we need then to start to raise the vibration. I do this by vortexes of energy. I allow myself to be in the center of a vortex of energy. Most of my life, an explanation, when people were talking about past lives, again it's all energy changes, it's all there at the same time. I was shown very clearly when I was younger that I was stood on the edge of like an old-fashioned wagon wheel, and I was watching all of these other wagon wheels going past, and I was merrily jumping from one wagon wheel to the other, experiencing what I then found out was different lifetimes. From that my knowledge grew, and I realized that the wagon wheel, to explain the soul, I've always used the wagon wheel. The hub of the wagon wheel is in no time, because time is an illusion, and the outer rim of the wagon wheel is in no time, but the spokes are in our perceptive time. So we can jump from time to time or experience to experience. So when I decided it was time to raise vibrations for everybody and for myself, not in an elitist way, but whatever happens to you, the people you draw to you is happening to them as well. So I would put myself at the hub of the wagon wheel, and I would then expand a cosmic portal out, just a thought, a cosmic portal out from that wagon wheel, out through all of the dimensions. Now we always say out through the dimensions or up through the dimensions, but when you get more knowledge, you know that all of the dimensions are in one spot anyway. But for this exercise, just expand the cosmic portal out. So then you allow yourself to become a vortex of energy and to spiral. Firstly, anti-clockwise up, you're spiraling out through this cosmic portal. Now your own sense of limitations will stop you at certain parts, because before we actually chose to be here, we set certain flagposts, should we say. And you can go to here now, and then you need to expand a bit more before you can go here. So in layman's terms, that's what we're doing. So we're spiraling anti-clockwise up through this cosmic portal until it's like, okay, that's fine. And we allow ourselves to bring in that energy and become that energy. Now, if we had vision before that, if you were clairvoyant like myself, you would see how your DNA chain was before you started that, and you'd be able to see it afterwards. Having got to that first stage, you, if you were a person that said, I can't see, would be able to see. You would start to be able to see everything, and it would wake you up to what is real and what isn't real. And it can be very frustrating, because it's like, well, why can't you see? You know, that's just your thought pattern, or that's their thought pattern, or this is where they're trying to get you through. So to raise your DNA, you raise your vibrations. To collect the extra strands, you raise your vibrations. As you know, nowadays, a lot of babies are being born with the 22 strands of DNA as opposed to 12 strands of DNA, and that is being proved by scientific knowledge that this is actually happening. Those children, they do not believe in limitations. They are the way we should all be. Limitations are what is destroying this world. So if we allow our DNA to be raised, when we actively do that little exercise every morning, you will start to go through those flag stops. You'll get to a point where there's no limitations. You'll get to a point of understanding, hey, you know, all of this garbage about war and about all the garbage about the aliens coming to take you away, the garbage about Mrs. Sullivan Brown down the road is going to be really nasty today because I won't go and do her shopping. That's garbage. It is total garbage. So you are pure energy, and energy can be anything. So if you continue to raise that DNA, and there is no end to it. It's not a case of, I've reached 22 so I can stop now. No. There's no end to you raising your DNA, because you are part of many universes. You are a universe in yourself. And so by becoming that universe here, we then can merge with the other parts of ourselves, which are out there in the galaxies. We can also have contact with other universes, for the beings, as we prefer to call them, that are part of universes. We talk a lot about spaceships, UFOs, motherships, all of those things. And I know we're diverting here, but by raising your DNA, you will find out that, you know, all of those things aren't just vibrations, and you can be merged in and out of those. And the motherships are like mini universes or large universes, just experiences. Our life, again, I'm diverting, our life is controlled, as I said, by the dumbing down. And as we grow older, we feel that we've beaten up, we've raised our vibrations, we've raised our DNA, hey, we've made it. But part of us are still trying to prove ourselves to other people. And having taught for many, many, many years how to stop that belief that you need to prove yourself, I was amazed a few weeks ago when my twin brother passed over to realise that for many, many years I've been trying to prove myself to my twin. And I had no idea that was actually happening. And of course, it was. And when I went over to the UK to my brother's funeral, I got told by 300 people how proud he was of me. So how stupid have I been all of these years to do certain things just because I wanted to prove myself too much with? Of course I didn't do everything because of that, but there was that underlying thing, and of course that left a gap and a final release that has allowed me to finally say, okay, who cares? I'm going out there in the universe, I'm going to say my piece, and I've got a lot of things to say about ETs, about energy, about the universes. And if you want to listen, you can listen. This has been Mary Shaw. If you'd like to get in contact with me, my details are below.